Can you hear me? Looks like we are 100% live. Welcome, everybody. Metal Mama, what's up? Nana, hello. Rescue All Dogs, hello. Olivia, Honey, Jinx, Night Shadow, Patricia, Karen, Indy, Rob. What's going on, everybody? We will get going here in just a few. Just hang tight. Nate. Hey, Kay. What's going on, Railroad? Rescue. Indy, hey. Got you, Jinx. Sweets, what's up? Hello. Hey, D. Thank you. Yeah, I was muted there at the beginning. Miss Thang, what's up? Help me, Rhonda. What's going on? Heather Swenson. I don't know if I've seen you before. Hey, Freckle. Hey, Cold Truth. What's going on? Good to see you. I love marbles. Nobody. Hey, Jill. Nice. It's always good to hear. You guys ready to get into it? Hey, Kelly. Digital, good to see you. Copper, what's up? Charlie Murphy, Nick. TTM, welcome to members. Mama T, what's up? Avil CJ Show, good to see you. Hey, Jamie. Amber, Apple. Hey, Abby's grandma. What's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. Carla Palmer, hello. Good seeing you. We're about to get going here. All right. I think the name of that is called X-Tex by Ronin. Shout out to them. Welcome to members, TTM. That was awesome. See if we can't get Alex, get him over there. You guys are always asking about that guy. See if I can reach out to him. Good, good. Good to see you guys. Okay, so there's about three different topics that I personally have been kind of going over in my mind. Some of you may be on the same page as me. I'm not sure. Um, I could be way off. Maybe you could help set me straight. Hey Shay, what's up? Good to see you. Jody Bodine. Okay, so I think we're gonna start here. Why would and I don't know who officially made the call, but we know that the search warrant was served for Kegan Kline February 25th of 2017. They sent some items in for some forensics, most of it digital. They got the results back, put out, I think it was even included in the affidavit, like all this back and forth. The Hannah, this other account, Keegan created an Emily Ann that was communicating with a Hannah account that was very similar to this catfish account that Keegan had created. They would kind of make contact as a young person, and then once they gained the confidence of their victim, they would send them up to the other account or then begin like blackmailing them and things like that. So if they found all of this, like they found a lot of dirty stuff on there. We got more details in Keegan's interview transcript. You know, there was, I mean, there was a lot of really, really bad stuff found on Keegan's phones. I mean, do you really think they're just going to be like, oh, okay. Where was that folder? As Keegan just kind of slowly walks out the door. Man, I had this folder. What was his name? Klein, Clean, Samsonite, Swanson, Swanny. I don't think it's going to happen that way. I actually think that was the FBI's role in all of this, kind of keeping tabs on him. Hey, good to see you, Mandy. What's up? Here, let's take a look at this. All right, this is excuse me, Channel 8 Wish. They put out a lot of good stuff here for the Delphi case. This one's going to be titled ISP Releases Statement on Delayed Kegan Kline Arrest. Hey, Anna. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, honeybee. Good to see you. Sassy. Hello. The killer was whoever used Hannah account for what that's worth. Yeah, it's very possible. And we're going to talk about that. I mean, from what I see and really it's only 2 pages of the transcript. It's like 2 paragraphs. Well, no, it's like many times throughout about 2 pages of information. Hey, Tina. All right, let's take a look at this report here from Channel 8 Wish and listen to what ISP had to say about why in the heck you would let somebody that you know is completely guilty of CSAM, like one of the worst crimes you can actually do. Why are you going to let them bounce around state lines? I mean, he should have been arrested and held right then and there. Why would there's just no way that they just oh, I mislabeled it. It's not possible.
Upon arrest that may be connected to the murders of two young girls in Delphi. State police have now addressed one major question that keeps getting asked since Wish TV first broke that story last week. Why did it take more than 3 years to make an arrest? News 8's Demi Johnson was the first to report on this case earlier, or last week, I should say, and she's here now. What did you learn today?
Yeah, Phil, this is a rare public statement from state police addressing the timing of charges in a specific criminal case. It shows state police are asking the same question that so many people want answered since our first report. Why was a man who admitted using the profile to get sexual pictures and videos of underage girls allowed to walk free for 3 years?
Detectives with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office and the Indiana State Police have uncovered an online profile named Anthony Schatz.
It was 1 week ago. State police urged anyone who had contact with the social media profile Anthony Schatz to come forward to talk to them. But they had known about the account for more than 3 years. I uncovered court documents last.
Hey, Tax Cut, good to see you. Says the police were so focused on Ron Logan, they let everything slip. I was wondering, I was looking at the older looking Bridge Guy sketch, and it looks a lot like Ron Logan, doesn't it? So I was wondering if maybe even that was kind of pushed over in his direction.
Last week that showed Kegan Kline admitted in February 2017 that he started the fake profile and that he used it to get more than 100 sexual pictures and videos of young girls. That interview happened February 25th, 2017, just 12 days after the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. But I also discovered it would take until August 2020 for Klein to be arrested.
Well,
Crazy.
Of course I question why, but I also don't have all the information in front of me and the stuff that they were poised, or positioned up against. So I won't question that, at least at this point in time. Now, if I find out something different, I have no problem calling them out. And all those investigators know that, from Doug Carter on down. He knows me, and I have no problem calling them out.
After our reporting, state police issued a statement Monday acknowledging the delay. They say they've conducted dozens of secondary investigations based on information in the murders of Abby and Libby. It goes on to say the information we have, and continue to receive concerning Klein has ebbed and flowed over these last few years, and that once the Indiana State Police presented the criminal case to the Miami County prosecutor in June of 2020, immediate action was taken by both the Indiana State Police and the Miami County prosecutor's office, which ultimately resulted in Klein's arrest. It does not say what happened in the case between February 2017 and June of 2020, but does say we will always review, learn from, and make any necessary adjustments. We do not believe that any person has done anything intentionally wrong, but we will continue to critically evaluate our efforts. It ends somewhat cryptically. One day, you will have the opportunity to see and know what we do, and we look forward to that day.
Okay, what does he mean by that?
Upon arrest that may be connected to the murders of two young girls in.
Sorry, let's close that down. And if you guys want to vote, that's pretty much the question on the poll. I mean, he didn't just say no. He's telling us, we will tell you soon enough. They're not going to let this guy just walk free. I mean, have you guys actually read his arrest affidavit and the information that's in there? It's crazy. It's disgusting. It's like this weird back and forth. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like sophisticated almost, but not. In a way, it's sophisticated. Dwight West, hello. I live in North Carolina, but vacation in Gatlinburg, Tennessee a lot. Still blows my mind that Richard Allen and his wife were in the very same moonshine bar I've been in several times. Really? Is that the KC? Is it KC's? I could be wrong. I wonder how long Kegan has been working with law enforcement. I don't know if he was working or if he was just kind of like maybe law enforcement kind of knew what his role was and they just kind of watched him, tracked his online presence. You know, they were hoping that maybe even to connect to, if it is like a Hannah Rostel fake account like that, maybe they're just hoping some random way, you know, there'd be another connection. Because we know Kegan wasn't saying anything about it. Says the evil CJ show Sleuth Intuition. Thank you for covering this case. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us, this case just kind of grabs you, and it's like there's just something about it. And anybody that's been following it from the beginning, yeah, it seems like every 3 to 6 months something comes along and changes everything about it. I don't care what anybody says. People in criminology class, years and years down the road, are going to be talking about this case and how strange it is. And it's not even over yet. They still, a lot of strange things are going on with Kegan Kline, Richard Allen, somebody else who may be involved. What does it mean that there's somebody else involved? Is that Kegan Kline? Is that somebody we don't even know about? Hey, what's up, Frank? What's going on? CJK, hey. To this day, there are still Kennedy conspiracy theorists. Oh, yeah. The Kennedy assassination. That's a very interesting case. Okay, so somebody did mention early on when asked, okay, well, why did you let Kegan Kline go free for so long? They said it was a clerical error. I mean, is there any law enforcement out there or people who work in the quote unquote justice system that have seen cases like that? Like some strange technicality. What's in a name? Yes, I can catch a nighttime stream again. There you go. Switched it up. What do you think, Railroad? Was it to be that said there's a twist? Wonder if the twist has been revealed yet. I mean, is this just going to be all this like movement in the case? Is it just something that's nothing? It's going to fizzle out. Yeah, Jamie, 100% says it's just too many coincidences. I agree with that for sure. But what do you think about the fact somehow they just kind of ignored it? Okay, They didn't serve a search warrant on this guy because he was doing CSAM. You know, they didn't have like a mother that came forward and was like, hey, we found out this creepy guy, you know, he's catfishing my kid. No. It was brought to their attention that this guy was connected to the Anthony Shots account and that he was, that an account that was connected to this guy was actually communicating with Libby. So once they made that connection, he was served a search warrant because of the Delphi case, not because of CSAM, but because of the very account. Remember that. The day he came back, I don't know if he drove or flew. Boom, came back from Las Vegas that day. Search warrant. Oh, but we're going to let you go. No, what they did was like a little bumblebee or honeybee. They tied a string to his leg and they let him fly, fly, fly. They held on to the string and they're like, okay, little honeybee, take us to the honey. Take us to the honey pot. I just don't think he did. Hey, what's up, Derek? What's up, Vic? Technically, he was told the investigation was the biggest, not the ring. It was the biggest, yeah. See here, Boy Mom says, I still find it very interesting that KG claimed to never have heard of Anthony Shots profile, but then later said that she reached out to the Anthony Shots profile to ask if he knew what happened. When you take it out of context, yeah, it's going to seem strange. Just like anything. Using my name in vain. Yeah, that was like kind of disrespectful, huh? Sorry, honey. Disrespectful to all the honeybees out there. Always wondered that about a burner phone. Kind of doubted otherwise so many deviants wouldn't use them while they commit crimes. Oh yeah, a lot of people use burner phones. But the thing is, it was the Kleins that went to Vegas. It was the Kleins that did the catfishing. It was the Kleins that logged in and out of the phone. Maybe it was a third party who took the phone, like a Richard Allen, did the filming, met back up with them, was like, here, yep, everything's on this phone. They're like, okay, that's all we needed. We just needed you to capture it on this phone. Here's what you get. Or when we get back, we'll have something for you. And that could be the reason why it was dumped in the Wabash River in Peru, because they met maybe at the gas station. Here you go. Boom, boom. Okay, thank you. He goes off, hit one way. They go back to Peru. Boom, Wabash River. Take out the card, transfer it over. Boom, chuck it right into the river. Kegan's, he's not doing any of this, but he's sitting right there. He's watching it. He's like, yeah, we drove by this river and I heard a name. Or maybe he even knew more, who the guy was and why he was there and how he was connected to it all. Anna, hello. Maybe KK never bailed himself out because jail is the first home life he has ever had. At least he isn't lonely anymore. No, that's not true. He actually, at one point, he was living with his mom and his stepfather. And it seemed like he had kind of like for a brief moment, like a real structured environment. And he kind of flourished. But that was just very brief. I think it was like when you seen those pictures of him in a cowboy hat and shit. Getting to his roots. Hey, Pam. What's going on? What do you think, Derek? Clerical error? Or honeybee with the string on the foot? Hey, Bossy. Ari's wife was living in Peru caring for her parent during February 2017. Really? Charlotte Dean says, because of the charges against Richard Allen, don't they only have to prove he was on Libby's phone and told them down the hill? See, I don't know if in this theory, this is all hypothetical stuff. Remember that, guys. If Richard Allen's the guy that's either taking this phone, it's like a burner phone, it's handed to them. Maybe they purchase it, maybe they're like, hey, Keegan, maybe he's not plotting or scheming. He's just like, yeah, here, you want to buy this? Here, I'll load it all up for you. And then the crime happens, and then he's in Vegas like, oh shit. Like that's the, she's connected to that profile that was on the phone that I sold. But I doubt it. We know that he began communicating with her, and her meaning Libby, early February. For what reason? For a specific reason. And I'm thinking it has to do with the bridge, that location. I think maybe even the date might play into it. Whoever's looking for this weird video or photograph, them knowing that it's on the 13th. Maybe that's why they were out there. And Erskine says cause of death 3 p.m. Maybe that was like specifically, for a reason. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Deja vu. Don't forget law enforcement is allowed to lie in order to retrieve information. Yeah, they can't. They are allowed to. Yeah, they are allowed to lie about not anything, but most things. That's true. They can be like, oh, well, we talked to your girlfriend. They seem to be pointing towards you, man. Because it's kind of an opinion, Duke Nukem. I think it's because Robert Ives left and his case never got brought forward till they re-looked at the clients. All right, let's go into today's topic, and then we'll kind of close it out with like a possible motivation for this crime. I guess we can start here. And I had to edit this one. Sorry, guys. Trust me, you don't want to hear it anyway. Okay, now what I'm pulling up here is Kegan's interview transcript, page 57. Okay, and they're asking with your passcode, with your account information, it doesn't have your roommate's information. I'm telling you that right now. Kegan says, I understand that. Investigator asks, okay, so when Hannah Rostel, and I don't know if that's the correct spelling, sends an image of a Caucasian female, 7 to 12 years old, taking a picture of herself in the mirror, she has her redacted Emily Ann response, and now Keegan created this Emily Ann account. What a little blank LOL. He says, yeah, that's not me. Which it probably is, but I don't know if he's talking about that. Investigator says, and you know what we're actually... Some people look at that and they believe there are two people routinely speaking on multiple devices that are in your house. Because the phonetics are different, the phrasing's different, but this is over a period of time. We're not talking like this is an isolated, like, he says, right, a week here and not here, not here. We're talking about over a period of time. Kegan says, right, yeah, I don't know. And again, you have to understand that I know you do. You're a tech savvy person, okay? The phones collected GPS data. So I wonder if that's what led to Richard Allen was GPS data. What do you guys think? Is that too much of a stretch? Are we reaching here? Digital says law enforcement has supposedly admitted to more blunders than they have released evidence. Yeah, I hear that. Behind the scenes, I don't believe all the blunders. I think they are trying to confuse and distract suspects. Yeah, it could be. LA Connection says, I think it's manufacturing SA that went wrong. If someone else had access to KK device at his ISP address, then maybe KK didn't go along to the bridge and why he waited in a Jeep. Yeah, that could be true. Hey, Courtney, good to see you. Good evening. All right, these are the two pages I was referring to. Now, they're really kind of being tricky here. They're extremely interested in a specific device. Let's take a look at this. He says, okay, just like, again, it's a fact. You're communicating to her multiple days at a time, just like other girls that you were talking to, including up to the day that she went missing right before. So this is, according to this, they're talking to whoever's controlling the profile right at this moment is communicating with her the very day and the very morning. Okay, that's big to me. And what I want to know now, listen to this very carefully. And what I want to know is you would communicate with her on what? The iPhone 5 was your primary device, right? And they're like, well, we have that one. Kegan's like, yeah. Investigators, that's a fact. Okay. What other device would you communicate with her on? Kegan's like, oh shit, I don't know. You know, he's like, I can't say. I have no clue of even talking to, he's like, it wasn't me, but I can't tell you. Here, they're trying to hit it home. What other devices would you communicate with anybody else on? Forget that, what other devices, were even around at the time? Investigator asks, well, on February 13th, this would have been logged in a little bit earlier. So that would have been 8 o'clock in the morning at your house. Okay. Where you and your dad lived. Two separate devices. See the numbers here? How they're the same? Log in, log out, log in, log out. One device, log in, log out, all within minutes of each other. To the same Anthony Schott Snapchat account. And here they ask him, what two devices were these? This is a fact. He's saying it had to be the Samsung Galaxy or something. He knows about this device. Okay. Page 138. Just the very next page. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Bossy. Hang in there. Deja vu. In a commission of a crime with more than one perpetrator, you better have evidence to incriminate the other persons. It takes two or more. Okay. Investigators say this is the exact same snap. This is the Anthony Shots account. Kegan says, yeah, I know, but I'm saying like using, this is him lying in my opinion, two different devices, mine, then using another phone at the same time talking, you know what I mean? Come on. Don't you catfish with two phones? Come on, bro. He says, I mean to talk to more girls. That's dumb because you can't type with, you'd have to be like ambidextrous or be able to type at the exact same time with two separate phones. Makes no sense. Because he would just have his normal one, his Kegan Kline actual one logged into one phone and then the fake one on the other phone. He wouldn't be logging in and out, in and out. Makes no sense. So here we go. Yeah, same account, but you're using two. No, but what I'm saying is I logged into my other phone, which was, investigators, come on, like you're right there. Which was it? What was that? What was the other phone? He's saying, that's what I'm saying. It has to be the Galaxy. And they're like, what? Which one? There was like a Samsung Galaxy S, I think, or something. They're like, what? And they're like, huh? It was white. I'm not sure. I don't know. I had like a cracked screen real bad. Oh, yeah, did it? I wonder if it really did. Another fact, then, you said I did not talk to anyone about them missing. So right there, they were trying to be really sneaky, in my opinion. And they really wanted to know where this other device was. Kegan wasn't giving it to him. Okay, fly, little bumblebee. We know you'll slip up. Nope, didn't slip up. Okay, we're going to arrest you. Okay, you arrested me. Well, I didn't do anything. Okay, check this out. I think this is from the Barb McDonald interview. Okay, now they got him locked up. And nobody is aware of the Anthony Shots account just yet. Tells Barb, oh yeah, they told me they were going to put out something. And I said, that's fine with me. I don't care, I'm innocent. So you can put out whatever you want. And I have a friend in Texas that's texting me and telling me, hey, you're on the news here. This is when the pressure campaign began and we all learned about the profile. Now, why would they do that? It's because they told him, like, yeah, we know how you're connected to this crime. The world doesn't, your family doesn't. But if you don't cooperate with us, they will know here in just a few short days. The entire world. And here we are. What's up, Tech Death? Good to see you. Thanks, Olivia. Hit that like button, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, boom. Anthony Shots. And they already knew who it belonged to. They're like, dude, we warned you. We know what you know. Where is it? Give us something. He's like, nah, man, you ain't got nothing on. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, okay. You're not going to talk? All right, here we go. Boom. You guys remember that big? They dropped it at like 10 at night, when they knew when the freaks come out at night, They wanted everybody to have it already for the morning, Anthony Shots. Boom. They just put it out there, flashed it. And then they didn't even say his name. They're like, no, we want you to go digging. but they knew damn well, who it was. And here's Barb, like, I know who it is. All right, let's take a look at the 2017, I don't know, I guess, event calendar. I don't know what else to call it. Okay, a lot happened in February. That weekend, I think it was another snow day, and they had a 3-day weekend. I could be mistaken, but that is when there was a sleepover. Location is unknown to me. Sorry. Kegan was catfishing a family friend of his, a daughter of a family friend, and was at a sleepover and was exchanging photographs where Libby was in the background, was part of the sleepover. Somehow they become connected. Between the 5th and the 12th, it's kind of a mystery. We kind of know what was going on the 12th, but there was another sleepover, and apparently everything that was on Kegan Kline's actual personal phone was deleted from that very day, the 10th, up until the 15th. Probably when he realized that they were actually did get killed. 19th, Kegan Kline searches on his device, and they've proven this through digital forensics that were retrieved from one of his devices. He searched Facebook for another girl who ended up the following day. He searched her address. Following day, she was apparently coming home and saw a man in a ski mask peeking in her window just after communicating with the Anthony Shots account and providing her address. Now, the day after that, which is the 21st, the day after the ski mask incident, Kegan and his father go to Las Vegas. And on his arrest affidavit, they talk about a burner phone where on around the 23rd, he's trying to meet somebody on Craigslist for some reason. He says it's in regards to drug deal. I say bullshit. On the 24th, apparently there's some shenanigans that are going on. And then the 25th, they return and are immediately served with a search warrant. Okay, so what was the motivation? That's how we're going to close it out. Why were they in Vegas? Now you got this guy, Erskine. Apparently got tricked into releasing a bunch of information here. Says, but you said there was no RAPE. If there was no RAPE, there is no DNA. He responds, correct. I don't know why she was nude. That could have been part of the strange crime scene and whatever was requested, for the video or documentation or from the killer. But I read the coroner's report. The only DNA would be from Libby's fingernails. She fought like hell. Okay, so once again, what's the motivation? And why are they trying to meet people on Craigslist in Vegas and leaving to Vegas the day after the ski mask incident? All right. This is the Ron Logan probable cause affidavit. Here, line 7. LG and AW had no visible signs of a struggle or fight. Is it possible they were tricked? Tricked into thinking they were just playing a role, maybe? Like, we're going to give you money and everything. Once again, what is the motivation? Here's Robert Ives.
No, I mean, the crime scene was physically strange, but that's for the state police to decide what to release and not release. I've said that before. It's very odd.
Very odd. All right, guys, we're going to close it out on that. And we will hang out in the chat for another, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes. Hey, Snail. Klein's have nothing to do with the girl's murder. It's a void subject. Radar, hello. Humiliation. Shelly, Cinderella, they went there to Vegas to sell a phone with the snuff film on it, with Richard Allen filmed while there's someone else murdered. HEP. Good night, Cold Truth. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. I appreciate it. Boston, hey, Sleuth. So do you think Ski Mask was a possible abduction before trip to Vegas? I don't know what that was. I wonder even if they were going to try to get another one. You know, hey, or they were going to maybe they had a chance to all talk about it at some point. And the question was asked, like, who else knows about this Anthony Shots account? And he's like, oh, well, it's possible this one girl might know. Like, what? What do you mean? You actually know this person? He's like, yeah, that's how I, connected to her. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is it. And the truth is, that's how they found the Anthony Shots account. So the very thing that they were trying to prevent is something that I think they very likely caused or sped up the process. It was like a gamble, and they lost that gamble. If they were to be successful, maybe they would have silenced the witness and got rid of a lot more evidence in regards to the Anthony Shots. Boom. Like smoke in the air. But they failed and brought light upon the actual account, not realizing that it was going to lead right to somebody. Thanks, Digital. We need at least 150 thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Hey, there's Don. What's up, Don? Caught us right at the end, buddy. Mama T, perhaps they received money, so they went to Vegas to gamble. I know you can launder money, but there's some weird stuff going on with Craigslist. I mean, why would you be trying to sell or connect large amounts of drugs through Craigslist? I think this was some dark web. And Keegan said, oh, I found that phone on in a taxi cab, and I just reset it and I named it Keegan's Photography. Like, why would you name it Keegan's Photography at that? And he didn't put a passcode on it either. And then I think he says, oh, I just, I factory reset it and I sold it. Honda with AR, maybe. They were supposed to deliver live girls and try it again. Maybe it was the wrong target. Thanks, Don. Yeah, leave some comments on there. I'll get back to you. I can't remember where they stayed. Not yet, Corn Pop. I just checked. The only thing new I saw on there, something to do with probation. Maybe you guys can help explain this part. Okay, so we know on the 20th he was going to change a plea hearing. But here the very next day, automated e-notice issued to parties. Andrew A. Achi, who is his representation. Miami County Probation Department. Is that just something is that normal? I was like, what the hell? They're going to give this guy probation? I don't know. It could be nothing. Since the 20th. Amber, hello. This was going to be a string of snuff films that went wrong. Yeah, they're like, well, we got one. Why not get another one? You know, if we're going to make all this money, maybe they didn't make any money. Maybe they got tricked. All I know is that Kegan was living it up. And I'm sure he wasn't really working. He was able to pay rent for a while. Hey, EL, what's up? Yeah, that's odd. Only if the probation is somewhere in the plan, I would think. Yeah, I don't know. I was clueless to that. Hey, what's up, Grizz? Good to see you. Snarky. Right in plain sight. Could explain the weird crime scene as well. Yeah, maybe they were placed in a certain direction. Like certain cardinal directions that could be considered or used in some type of ritual. Maybe that's why they were trying to connect it to the Stevenson stuff. Hey, Boston, thank you so much for the super sticker. You rock for that. Thank you. Sometimes before sentencing, you go through a probation questionnaire for recommendations. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Boston for the super sticker. That was cool. Everything in the Luxor is about death. It's creepy. Yeah, it's a really strange place. It's not even really a nice hotel. Like when you go out into like the restaurant area and the bar area inside, it does kind of look like a vampire movie's about to go down. Carly Murphy. If there is a film, I'm sure the FBI has found it on the dark web. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the item, you know. Maybe it's circulating. Rebecca, hello. The Luxor is one of the cheesier hotels for sure. Yeah, I didn't like it. It really wasn't that nice, in my opinion. Tina says, I still think there's more than a few people involved. Exactly, honeybee. I think that's why they were searching in the Wabash for the device. Kegan, where was the device? You got it, Jinx. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hey, Jan. Or maybe the item could just be in plain sight. On the mantle, maybe? Somebody has it up on a wall like a trophy. You got it, Derek. Hey guys, I'll see you later. Hit the like on the way out. Peace.